Start. It is very difficult to exhaustively lay down the parameters for the exercise of powers under Article 142 of the Constitution of India due to the very nature of such powers. However, a few important parameters which are relevant to the issues involved in the reference are as follows. Para. The jurisdiction can be exercised to do complete justice between the parties before the court. Stop. It cannot be exercised to nullify the benefits derived by a large number of litigants based on judicial orders validly passed in their favor who are not parties to the proceedings before this court. Article 142 does not empower this court to ignore the substantive rights of the litigants, and while exercising the jurisdiction under Article 142 of the Constitution of India, this court can always issue procedural directions to the courts for streamlining procedural aspects and ignoring out the creases in the procedural laws to ensure expeditious and timely disposal of cases. This is because while exercising the jurisdiction under Article 142, this court may not be bound by procedural requirements of law. However, while doing so, this court cannot affect the substantive rights of those litigants who are not parties to the case before it. Stop. The right to be heard before an adverse order is passed is not a matter of procedure but a substantive right. The power of this court under Article 142 cannot be exercised to defeat the principles of natural justice which are an integral part of our jurisprudence. Para. The power of the High Court under Article 227 of the Constitution to have judicial superintendence over all the courts within its jurisdiction will include the power to stay the proceedings before such courts. By a blanket direction in the exercise of power under Article 142 of the Constitution of India, this court cannot interfere with the jurisdiction conferred on the High Court of granting interim relief by limiting its jurisdiction to pass interim orders valid only for 6 months at a time. Putting such constraints on the power of the High Court will also amount to making a dent on the jurisdiction of the High Courts under Article 226 of the Constitution, which is an essential feature that forms part of the basic structure of the Constitution. Stop. On its plain reading, Clause 3 is applicable only when an interim relief is granted without furnishing a copy of the writ petition along with supporting documents to the opposite party and without hearing the opposite party. Stop.